All right, we're giving something new here a try at the Drywall Doctor. Let us know what you think, and we might put out more of these in the future. Drywall, plasterboard, gypsum panel, wallboard. It all refers to the same thing. 2 pieces of paper sandwiching plaster. It's cheap, efficient, effective, and now the standard practice in the US and growing across the world. But it hasn't been around for that long. In fact, the trade has existed for less than 100 years. Drywall itself isn't much older. But who is considered the grandfather of drywall? If you're drawing a blank, you're probably not alone. You couldn't be blamed for having 1916 in your head because that's when a company by the name of United States Gypsum put out their first commercial drywall after buying out its inventor, a man by the name of Augustine Sackett. But the prototype for the first brand name drywall goes back about 2 decades earlier. Augustine Sackett was born in 1841 in Warren, Connecticut. Sackett would graduate from high school and he'd head off to study in college in New York. And as excited as he'd be to take classes and prepare to change the world, he would never graduate. You see, there was trouble brewing elsewhere in America. Before Sackett could enter senior year, something world-shifting happened. The Civil War burst onto the history pages in 1861, making it the right time and place for a man like Augustine Sackett. So instead of finishing his schooling, he dropped out and enlisted in the Navy, where he served for the remainder of the war before relocating to New York City afterwards. Sackett would never forget the war or the stories he heard from across the country. Housing and shelter had been a problem that Sackett decided to make his life's goal to solve. He would spend the later years of his life designing a product that would make new construction as simple, easy, and cheap as possible. Augustine had been looking for ways to cut down on construction time and cost while still providing durability and reliability. Sackett had originally tried a wallboard, which was made of straw, tar, and paper, and also created a machine to produce it. He knew that he was on the right track with this design, but these materials meant that durability and cost were something that needed to be addressed. So he took a look at all the building compounds available at the time, and he stumbled across a realization. Plaster. Now, that had been a common material used for houses, and actually still a pretty common sight in homes today. Plaster itself may have been cheap to produce and long-lasting for purposes of interior walls, but it wasn't quick to apply or simple to repair. So Sackett had an idea. If he could get the plaster in the form of a pre-made wall, it would take all the time and hassle out of installing plaster while still giving the same benefits. Sackett had finally decided this was the invention he'd been waiting for, and at the age of 53, he patented the inside wall covering. He founded a company under his name and started producing the first of what would be known as Sackett board. The Sackett plasterboard company would only exist for a couple of years, but it would catch the attention of United States Gypsum, who made the offer to buy out Sackett's company and design. So he parted ways with the Sackett board, and USG took on the title of founder of commercial drywall. Sadly, Augustine would never get to see this new revolutionary drywall called sheetrock, as he passed away months before modern-day drywall became commercially available at the age of 73. But his legacy remains, and just in 2016, Sackett was inducted into the National Inventors Hall of Fame as the grandfather of drywall. Augustine Sackett's idea may have been simple. He may not be commonly thought of when you think about drywall, but he's a great embodiment of the American spirit at its best. His willingness to serve causes greater than himself throughout his life led to great changes in how we live today, even if his legacy was just some plaster between 2 pieces of paper. Thanks for watching, guys. I know this is a little different than the normal tutorials we've been putting out, but after 170 or so videos on technique, we wanted to add a little more research and maybe a little more background in this field for anyone interested. So let us know what you thought. We'll be launching our website soon that'll give you an opportunity to find our videos easier with some other cool features. That's in the works. We're hoping to put out a couple more of these videos. So as always, let us know what you think, and have a great day.